Welcome back to Sound Just Like a Pro. My name is William, and today we're going to be diving into the StudioMaster Digilive8c. But before we get into it, I want to give you a free resource. It's an equalization book. It's called EQ Basics, Your Blueprint to a Better Mix. And what I've done, I've broken down just about any instrument or vocal that you will run across while you're mixing, and I've given you the root tone, the fundamental, as well as the overtones and undertones, so there's no more endless searching and sweeping looking for the right thing, because I've broken it down with math and shown you exactly what you need to boost or what you need to cut in order to make a better mix. And I want to give that to you for free at doitjustlikeapro.com/EQ book. But let's get into the StudioMaster Digilive8c. Now this is a cool little mixer. I don't know how many purposes that it actually serves, to be honest with you. I mean, if you were like a mobile DJ or if you had a small venue and you needed just a small mixer, then this is cool. And it is packed with some pretty amazing technology, and we're going to discuss that here in a second. I'm going to show you a little bit about it, but some overview. We have 6 XLR inputs, but that's the dual, that's XLR and TRS, so that's pretty cool. It has a stereo TRS guy there and a stereo 1/8 inch input, as well as a USB input for playback. You can run all 6 channels, mono channels. You have phantom power on those, separate gain, staging, and trimming, and then you have volume control. You have a 4-band equalizer. You have compressor, pan, and balance. It has all the functionality of a real full-size live sound console, but it's very tiny, and it's lightweight. It's nice. It has a LAN port in the back there, and you can also connect wirelessly if you want to, and if you have a browser, web browser, you can open it up and control this. And as far as somewhat of a review, that's one of the reasons that this mixer was uninstalled from where we pulled it from, and we swapped it for a more traditional mixer with real faders and things like that. Functionally, we never really connected to it in the capacity that we planned to in the venue that it was installed in. We got into it just enough to set like a kind of a master equalization for the main output bus, but we didn't really, I don't know if it was a range thing or if it was a connectivity issue, network situation. We just couldn't stay connected to it in order to use all of the channels, use all the functionality of all of the effects and everything like that. And honestly, the venue grew. Like when we put it in, it was supposed to be a venue with just a couple of mics and a couple of playbacks, and then they progressively needed to do a little more, which was starting to show the limitations of what something like this can do. Now these have bigger brothers that have the faders and the touch screen and all that, and I'm sure those are fantastic, because honestly, this one is fantastic. This one just is, it suffers by lack of options. This technically does everything you need it to do per channel, but only if you have a lot of time to do it, because of the way you scroll through the channels, and it doesn't scroll backwards. So if you need number 5 and you accidentally go to number 6, then you have to cycle all the way back through here until you get to number 5 again. So functionally, it's not quite there, but it is a beautiful sounding mixer for what it is. So we're going to jump into it. I'm going to show you the functionality and how some of the things work right now. So we're going to plug into channel 1. There we go. And you see the VU meters dancing here. So let's try to pan it, shall we? So we're going to go to here and click until it goes to pan. And then we're going to pan right. And then you can see we're in the right. We will, that's awesome. That's a good feature. No, it's not. I was mistaken there for a second. I thought if you hit it, it goes back to 0. A lot of these kind of guys do that. So then we can also go to low, low mid, high, and you start at 0, just like always, and you can boost or cut. Move on to the next one, boost or cut, like that. Move on to the next one, boost or cut, and there. And then your compression, it's a simple setting. Seems like, according to the tactile knobs, it is a fixed threshold, but you could probably get in there in the software and change all the settings for the compressor if you wanted to. And yeah, from there you can select multiple channels. Across to music, auxes. Oh, and there's a mute button. That's cool. Very good. You have independent gain knobs for each. Very cool. That's the StudioMaster Digilive8c. Stay tuned because we're going to be reviewing a lot more. We've done a lot of live sound installations in the recent days, so we're going to be doing some walkthroughs, some rig rundowns, and that kind of thing. So definitely stay connected. We want to stay connected with you and never miss an opportunity to connect and to stay close with our viewers. So definitely subscribe to the channel, ring the notification bell, do all those things that YouTubers tell you to do. Do it with us so we can stay connected and be a part of each other's world. Until then, get out there, make good mixes, and sound just like a pro. Thanks a lot.